Hey. Can you hear me okay, Raul? I think it's Raul, D-A-O-R. Since you're the first one on. Just give me a thumbs up or something. Ah, good. Great. Terrific. Hey, Robert. Go live in about a minute. Hey, hey. It's about, it's 11:57. What the heck? It's close enough. So, hey, you guys. This is Frank from Get the Gold 777. Had a little time, so I thought I would just answer some questions. I've been getting some questions and stuff lately. And I figured if anyone's got any questions, they can ask me. Ask me any question except the exact location where I do my prospecting. How's that sound? Where am I? Maryland. Maryland. Where are you from, Robert? Oh, where are you guys from anyways, all you guys? Texas, yeah, that's cool. Ah, it's classified, okay. I can dig that. Oh, hey, wrong. So you're in Maryland too. Cool, nice. Are you near the Potomac? Raleigh, Delaware? Because I do most of my prospecting. When it feeds any of those creeks and streams that feed into the Potomac. There are a lot of them, and a lot of them go through private property. So all you need to do is just ask permission, and most often they will give you permission because they're curious as well to see if there's gold. So, yeah. Ah, the Middle East. Yep. Yeah, I figured. Cool. Where in the Middle East are you guys at? I spent some time in the Emirates for a bit, up in Abu Dhabi. Did some work up there. Baltimore County. Cool. Got Houston, Maryland, right on. Texas. Oman. Yeah, cool. So you guys got any questions? Anything burning that you want to know? Anything in particular? Well, I'll tell you, I go out and I buy just about all the equipment. I don't get it sent to me, except for that one. No, the two things. I had the metal detector sent to me by a company, and I made that clear, as well as that foldable sluice. That was also sent. And I think I made that clear in the video as well. But, that is one of the perks if you do these videos. When you hit a certain level, the companies start contacting you and see if you want to pretty much demonstrate their product. And then you get to keep the product, and then you get a commission if anything's sold. So it's kind of cool. I've turned down a few that don't really relate to what I'm doing. But, sluices certainly do. The metal detector I thought was pretty cool. All right. So what else? I had them contact me about drones. A drone company contacted me just recently, and they want to send me a really nice drone, so I can launch it and you can see good places to prospect. So since I'm in a certain area in Maryland that falls within this red zone, because I'm so close to the White House, there are no drones allowed around here. I actually have to drive out a little ways, up 270, about 45 minutes from here to get a drone area. So I figured if I take advantage of it, I'll probably do it down in North Carolina. And I plan on heading down there anyways, trying out some of the gold up in Thermal Springs and stuff like that. There's quite a bit of gold up there. Hey, Robert, thanks. And also you have to get a license to fly drones. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. There's like a pleasure license or like a commercial license. Then you got to put like the license numbers and stuff on the drone. It's crazy. But I think it'd be handy to help find areas to, prospect for gold. Because, you can see the maps, you can go out to Google, you can see the satellite stuff. But, there's floods and stuff and the thing changes. But to launch it and see it from the sky, it'd be kind of cool. You'd see all those benches, where the rocks are on the stream after floods. The benches, great places to go. And you'll see them really well from the drone. So I'm thinking about going and getting that license and trying it out in the Carolinas, and I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So it's cool. And you guys fly any drones, looking for places to prospect? I know that I think Houston, you guys got some gold, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, CVGA. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Central. Is it CVGA or CVGP? Because then it's the Central Virginia Gold Prospectors. Because I'm actually a member of that, although I've never taken advantage of it. It's a place down in the middle of Virginia where it's like a club, and they actually own prospecting sites, or they rent them, from the owners. You get to go out there whenever you like. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I want to do that as well. I haven't done it yet. I don't think I get the right car in case I need like a four-wheel drive or something like that. You know. See, is the presence of gold in quartz veins always linked to the presence of sulfur in those veins? I don't know. I don't know. That I do not know. If anyone knows that, you can tell me. But it seems to me you can find all sorts of stuff in the quartz. What I look for in the quartz is the muddy, nasty, rusty colored. It's got the black magnetite in it. It's really, a gross looking piece of quartz. That's what I look for in order to find, the gold. And you never know. I mean, if you're like walking along the trail, you might not even be in a gold bearing area, but you find some interesting looking quartz, bring it home. Bust it up and take a look. Because maybe you'll be the one that finds an area that no one else has found yet. And you'll find some really nice gold. So 4-hour drive for you, Central Virginia. Yeah, it's gonna be a while to get down there for sure. It's a few hours for me as well. But the Central Virginia Gold Prospectors, they run, I think, these monthly outings, or definitely the meetings, and they do these outings where they go out to the sites, and it seems pretty cool. It's better than going out on your own. I generally go prospecting by myself because I like it out there. Just being out in the woods by myself. But you still got to be cautious, You do. A lot of times I'll bring canister of bear spray or something like that, in case there's some animals I don't want to see. There's been some bears recently spotted around here, but they're just black bears and they're shy, so I'm not really concerned about them. I mean, the most violent thing I've had has been a big giant woodpecker that got pissed off at me. One of those pileated woodpeckers that are about this big. But other than that, no. Haven't really bumped into any snakes or anything yet. There aren't that many poisonous snakes here. A couple pit vipers, but haven't seen them. I know that just west of Baltimore, that for the first time in Maryland's history, some guy was walking along the trail in his sandals and he stepped on a rattlesnake. And that's just west of Baltimore. I think that was a year or two ago. He didn't die or anything like that, but he got bit and, took him to get the anti-venom stuff. But just west of Baltimore, go figure. Let's see, microscopic. Yeah, it's pretty much flour for sure. Yeah, a good thing to do if you want to learn panning, buy some, decent pay dirt from a pay dirt vendor. One that guarantees gold. Make sure they guarantee gold. If they don't guarantee it, don't get it. Like if they guarantee a half a gram or a quarter of a gram or something like that, get it. Great thing to practice with, especially if you get the ones with varying sizes in it. Highly recommend it. Hey, David. So that's a great way to practice. Other people say you can get like lead BBs, the kind we used to put in our BB guns and shot like that. Practice with that. But around here, the gold is so fine. The flour, that's FLOUR, because the size of flour, it is really, really tiny. And it's not like you see in the videos where these other guys do it, where they just do it really fast and big old chunks of gold fall out. It's really small. The pictures you see, like I say in the long videos all the time, are taken with a macro lens. It's about this big, and it's like a microscope. And you see the gold up close. It looks big, but honestly, it's not. It is pretty much microscopic as well. So here in Texas, microscopic gold. Okay, yeah, I get that. It's really, really tiny stuff. Let's see. Hello, Abdul Rahim. Apologize for the broadcast and videos other. That's cool. Yeah, it's all good. Just enjoying some time with some friends here, you guys. Just want to answer some questions. And I never really do the live videos that often, but someone suggested I do it, so I'm doing it. I just want to pretty much get back out to the field, and one of these days, man, I'm going to hit it it's like a treasure hunt, you know. You never really make money when you go out, but every so often someone finds a nugget in places they don't expect. You know, some guy around here a few years ago found one that was several ounces, which I think is pretty significant. Yeah. You know, just because someone says it's not a gold bearing area doesn't mean it's not a gold bearing area. It could be. I would check, if you got quartz in the area and you got a creek going through a hill, man, I would check that, you know, in a heartbeat, for sure. The What's Next Crazy Farm, hello from Colorado. Hey, well, Colorado's got a lot of gold. I mean, you guys got it in all sorts of, you know, rivers and creeks and streams there. Do you go panning out there? What's Next Crazy Farm? I'm trying to get out there. My sister lives out there. She's invited me to go out there and try the panning. Yeah, definitely got to get out there. What kind of sluice do you have behind you? That is a Keen. It's that big old Keen engineering sluice. I don't use it that often, but apparently you don't need to classify anything. You just like dump the material up front. It rolls on down, and you know you got the mats on the inside. I've not really been in an area where the water flows fast enough. I know down in North Carolina, when I go out there, it does go fast enough. So I'll bring it with me. And when I go down there, I'll just record everything and everyone can see everything. So do you find much gold out there in Colorado? Yeah, it's all micro in this area. Yeah, in the Colorado River. That's cool. That's cool. And I'm dying to get out there. Bet you found some good stuff. But I'll tell you, even if it's just flour gold, just finding it in the pan is just the coolest thing because it just lights up like a light bulb. You know, you're like panning through it and, you know, you might be getting bored and burned and stuff from the sun, but all of a sudden you see these little bright golden lights and it's pretty cool. It sort of enervates you, motivates you to do the next pan, you know, maybe dig a little bit deeper. And every so often you'll find a picker, which are kind of cool. I remember a picker I found a couple years ago. It was pretty big. I was panning the flour gold, and the stuff was washing down, not finding much. And I saw this big old ugly thing come down. I think, what the hell is that? And I said, oh, no, that's a piece of gold. It was like, whoa, all right, cool, yeah. It happens very infrequently. Let's see, I'd love to get up in the Arkansas River. That's larger micron pickers. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I'm not even familiar with that one. Hey, Albert. Yeah, Arkansas River, yeah. Cool. I like it when it's a lot of different sizes. I know in North Carolina, they just do, the place I go to, they don't have flour gold. It's just little flakes, which is cool. But it's nice to get flakes and flour and, you know, things of different sizes. So, yeah. Let's see, Arkansas, the Leadville area, nice, okay. Now I'm in the Montgomery County area up here in Maryland. We get those annoying presidential helicopters flying by occasionally. They fly in threes. Do you know that? There's always like 3 of them flying. Do you know why they fly in threes? I'll tell you. So you don't know which helicopter the president's in. So in case someone tries to shoot one down, they don't know which one it is. And they've been doing that for decades, you know, as long as I've been here. And I was born in this area. Oh, in the Netherlands, Albert D&J lives in the Netherlands. Little chance on gold. There might be, man. I would absolutely check it. Absolutely. Bob, hey. I'm in Pennsylvania, Bucks County area, and just bought a 50-inch sluice. Ooh, that's a good one. I had it in the Shiny Creek yesterday and got a couple of flakes on my first time. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. Man, finding flakes the first time. You got the touch, the Midas touch. Cool. Yeah, I just got back from Amsterdam about 3 or 4 months ago. Love to try. You know what? You should try for the gold, man. Just because they say it's not there doesn't mean it's not there. Guaranteed. 50-inch sluice, that's a good one, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I know that in my creek, you guys have seen it, it just doesn't run that fast. So it's tough to run a sluice. You have to really build up the rocks and, you know, being kind of lazy. That's why I bring out the one that's got the battery on it. It's much easier. And it's small, and it's quiet, you know. Yeah, I get permission when I go out to the field, but I don't want to make a lot of noise either. running a gas engine will just sort of anger people. So I just use the electric. So much easier. And they're getting real sensitive about the gas engines. Starting July 1st, even in this area, they banned the gas leaf blowers. I mean, it's the noise pollution. They just don't want it here anymore. So I'm not going to use a gas engine. Let's see. Neshaminy Creek. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, I've never been out there. Is it good? Neshaminy Creek. Oh, you said Shiny Creek. Okay. Autocorrect. You got to love it. Yeah, I'd never heard of Shiny Creek. Neshaminy Creek, cool. Nice. Awesomeness. So it's a great Saturday. Humid as hell here. We've had like 112 degree heat index for several days, and now it just cooled off a little bit, which is nice. Albert, there is gold in the room, but just a little bit, and only flower gold. Traveled to France last month. We found a few grams. Really? A few grams? Holy cow. That's great. That's a lot. Yeah, man. Yeah, that wouldn't be just a little bit. Which was it just different creeks or particular river or something like that? Yeah, I've never, yeah, in France, why not? Try all the places. What the heck? So I've been doing this for about 7 years. The reason was, went to Alaska a while back with family and friends, and I wanted to try the panning for gold, so I signed up for that panning excursion off the cruise ship. And we all got up there. I was so excited. We finally did it. Everyone found gold in their pan but me because I didn't know how to do it. So that sort of pissed me off a little bit. After that, I was like, okay, I got to learn this. I got to do this. So since then is when I started doing it and really loved it. The Cardin River, that's cool. Wow, it's a nice area. Yeah, I bet it is. Bet it is. God, yeah. Yosemite Creek, yeah, cool. Yeah, so I've been just panning ever since. How long have you guys been looking for the gold? Very long? I've just, like I said, about 7 years. I don't know, some people have been doing like 30 years. That guy I go prospecting with a lot, Frank, the other Frank, he's been doing it for a long time, just decades. That's why he's really good at finding the stuff. Taught myself to pan by watching videos. Yeah, me too, pretty much. And whenever I go to like a place, not like in North Carolina, where they got the gold campground and stuff like that, I always attend the tutorials. Always try to learn something new, Always. Like 5 years, cool. Year and a half now. What's crazy next? That's nice. 1.5 years. Okay, nice. Oh, you do it with your son. That's awesome. Awesome, Albert. That's a lot of fun. You get outside. Good father-son bonding, or father-daughter if you had a daughter. Girls love it just as much. Everyone loves gold. Hell, man, who doesn't love gold? I certainly do. Yeah, so 5 years. Good job. 1.5. I want to keep doing it, for as long as it's fun. And I'm going to do it a lot more now. You want to know why? I got doged from the government, which is great. I decided to go ahead and retire, so I'm retired now. So I'm going to go out and hit everything. Do all sorts of cool videos. Robert doing with grandkids, awesome. Yep. So I think retirement and gold is going to go hand in hand. I'm going to try all sorts of stuff. I got stuff I got to do. I mean, I've got a big pile of, ore in the garage. I got to run through the grinder and see if there's any gold in that. I've got a big old piece of ore that Tim found, from the last video that he has been going through, and I've got to bang that up and see if there's any gold in it. I think there might be some gold in it. His father's a geologist, so I think he's probably learned really well with that. So Albert, you went to Sweden as well. Do you find gold in Sweden? I mean, like in places like Sweden and France, do you have to get permission, from the government to go out and pan for gold? No one wants to go with you. They don't have the patience. Yeah, you gotta have patience. Oh, you do have to get permission. Yeah, you have to have patience. Absolutely. I got the sun shining on me here. But yeah, you have to want to do it, because those people that do it, like you guys, you get it. When you're out there, even if you don't find anything, you're still out in the woods, you're next to the creek, you're either with friends, by yourself, you're out in nature. That's only good for you. That can't be bad. So yeah, the more I can get out, the better. I'm thinking about going out later. In Sweden, it's free to pan for gold, no permit needed. Okay, so you can pan, but can you use a sluice or electric sluice or any sluice, or just pan? Yeah, Raw, you got to get outside. I had a desk job for 49 years, and it was a real effort to get out because there was no time. You get home from work, you're tired. Maybe try to work it on the weekends. But yeah, just get out. It'll really rejuvenate you. I was looking at France needed a permit too, but it's free of charge. That's cool. Yeah, in Maryland, it's really difficult because the county owns most of the streams and creeks, but there are still some that run through people's properties, which is helpful. And I did a video a couple, 3 ago that tells how to get permission, which is basically write a letter, using a template with a self-addressed stamp return. Say what you're doing, be honest, and people will most likely respond in the affirmative. I don't suggest you bang on the door. They're going to think you're a salesman. If you're trying to collect for something, I just send out letters to all the different places, and you will get some back. It's positive. See, in Sweden, you can sluice and use your metal detector. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, around here it's difficult. And in Virginia, they're very open about it. Just get the permission. I think the Uwharrie National Forest, I think that's how you say it, that's open for panning. I don't think you're allowed to use any automated equipment. So I guess panning and probably, I would imagine, a sluice would be okay. I'd have to confirm that though. I mean, you got to be able to use a sluice. If you're just panning, that'd be really difficult to get any quantity of gold. A sluice is so much easier. You stick that in the river and run the material through it like at a 1/4 inch. Yeah, I got to set it up. Nice thing about using the sluice is you get a lot of black, a lot of the black material, the black sand. And you could just run the sluice, take the black sand home, take your time getting the gold out of it. Take a lot home. That's fun because there's going to be gold in it. It's always a mystery. It's a treasure hunt. But yeah, I watch all the videos online. So many of them. There's so many people I do watch, learn from. There's some really smart people out there that know what the heck they're doing. So Albert, you built a high banker. That makes work a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Do you use a gas engine or electric? Well, I guess you're allowed to use gas where you're at. Wage slave, so many people use a pump when a long hose upstream. Yeah, you know what? I've seen that. Wage slave, I've seen that. It's really cool because you set up your sluice, and then if the stream is flowing, you take, like you said, the long pipe, you move it upstream, so the water hits the pipe and it's going downstream, building speed, and there you go. You don't even need electric, you don't need gas. It's very slick. I wanted to try that out. I want to try that out for sure. Let's see, it depends on where you are in Colorado. It's what you do. So, Wage slave, have you set that up? Did you try that out where you've got the high banker with the long hose that goes upstream? I think that'd be really neat to try. I'm going to try it. And see, it depends on where you are in Colorado as to what you can use. Electric, Albert, okay. Wage slave, no, not yet. Yeah, man, once you try it out, if you do try it out, tell me, because I want to take a picture of it, because I want to see it. Hey, John. The Virginia rules still confuse me. I want to test a creek on county property. Yeah, then you got to check with the county. You don't want to sneak on the property and try it, because if they catch you, they'll probably fine you, take all your equipment, any gold that you found. So definitely check. I know the state forest down there, Uwharrie, I think it is, whatever it's called, you're allowed to. But if the creek's on county property, does the creek run through anyone's personal property? Maybe a 2-inch hose. Yeah. Maybe 2-inch hose. Yeah, or maybe even longer. Maybe like wide on one end, like a flare to really bring in the water and really push the water down hard. Maybe. Or maybe wide on one end and getting smaller so it really shoots in there. You can control a lot of it. Let's see. I can't post a picture of my sluice. Yeah, okay. It's cool that you made your own, though. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I need to get a decent sluice. I mean, I got the foldable sluice. I got this giant sluice behind me. I just want to get a normal size sluice I can put in my backpack. It doesn't come apart. You can just throw it out there, and there you go. It's the county owns to the midpoint, I believe, and borders on another county. Oh, okay. Well, I'll check both counties then. You know, get permission. You might be allowed to do it. I mean, check with the county. They may just say, whatever, as long as it's not disturbing anybody. Whenever we go out to the property, you know, we try to be quiet, respectful. We don't leave any holes. We put everything back the way it was. Pick up any trash along the way. You know, certainly don't leave any trash there. We don't want to give them a reason to say no. You know, just keep it professional. And everyone's happy. People like to see people gold panning. Sort of brings back, you know, memories probably of the past. Just got a geosluice yesterday. I love these. So like, a geosluice? I don't even know what that is. All right, I'm taking a note. That's why I got my pen and paper. Looking to geosluice. Thank you. I'll check that. Awesome. Nice. Yeah, you got the Gold Hog mini sluice. Yeah, I think it's around 24 inches and great for backpacking. Yeah, yeah, yep. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, Gold Hog they put out a good product for sure. I got some Gold Hog stuff. Okay. So we got about 7 minutes left. Go ahead, feel free to ask questions. See you later, Albert. Geosluice. That's kind of cool. Well, when you try it out, you know, drop us a line or something like that and tell us how it goes. I got the same one. I've just used it in a few recent videos. 10 by 38, but have smaller niece. Make sure you guys double tap the screen. And like, oh, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, one thing I never ask for is, I appreciate that when you do that for sure. I just don't normally ask for likes and views and subscribers. I figure if someone wants to do it, they'll do it, you know? If they don't, then they don't. One thing I don't like is when people start a video and they say right up front, don't forget to like. No, I said, no, I want to see if I like your video first before I decide I like it. And if I like it, I definitely like it. All I do is I put it on the tail end of all my videos is that one little thing, that little picture that says, you know, like, whatever, blah, blah, if you want to. You know, I don't ask. Okay, cool. The same one, right, all right. You want a gold claw sluice and the pan. The gold claw sluice, I got the gold claw pan. That's the one I use all the time. Gold claw sluice. I'm gonna look at that for sure. Love the sluice. I'm getting used to the pan. Yeah, the pan, it's pretty interesting, right? I don't use it like it's supposed to be used. I think you guys have seen that when you look at the videos. I mean, I use it a lot the way it is, but at the very end, they don't usually push it all to one side and slowly bring it back. That's just me because it's flour. It's so tiny micro gold. That's why I do that. The reason I do that. Otherwise, you can do it the way they do it and happen fast. That gold claw comes out in 3 sizes. There's the tiny one that's the pocket size. You can take with you wherever you go. There's the one that I show you guys, which is for prospecting. Then you got the mining one, which is like, you know, it's a big one, which I don't bring out that often, but that's where you actually can, you know, really do a lot of material at once. How'd you win a gold claw sluice? Huh. I wish it came in black. Sand it down and paint it. What the heck? I was thinking about doing this. Mine's getting all scratched up and stuff. It's metal. Sand it. Paint it. You get creative with it. What the heck? That's a good idea. Huh. Yeah, I'd probably go with the flat black, I think. Yeah. Oh, another YouTuber had a giveaway. Yeah, I have to look into the giveaways. I know there's all sorts of rules on YouTube, and I know a lot of people do it. Let's see. The more likes, views, and comments you get within the first 2 hours helps you keep connected to YouTube. Oh, I didn't know that. I appreciate that. Thanks, Richard. That's a good thing. Yeah, I'll look into the giveaways because a lot of the times when I get that free stuff sent to me, I just want to, after using it, just give it away. But I started looking into the giveaway stuff, and there's like all these rules about different countries and stuff. Some countries will allow certain things to be shipped, and other countries won't allow certain things to be shipped. Like I had gold ore I was just going to give away to some people, and they said, well, you can't ship it to these countries, otherwise you get in trouble. These okay, these not. It's like, ugh. I'm just going to go out gold prospecting instead, which is normally how it goes. You get lazy. But I do need to look into that and give away some of this stuff. I think y'all would appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys do the YouTube videos and stuff like that, definitely. I'm sure some of you guys do, and you got your own sites. And one of the questions I had before, which I'm going to tell you guys, is how do I have so many viewers? How many subscribers? Well, the secret, if you want the secret, do you want the secret? I'll tell you the secret. You probably already know this anyways. But whenever you do the YouTube long video, do a YouTube short. The short one is the most important one you can do, after the long one. Because the short one points to the long. But the short, YouTube puts the short out to a whole lot more people, man. They put that short out to lots. Because remember, YouTube is competing with TikTok. So the more shorts they get, the better. They can't get enough. So always do your 1 minute or less video that highlights your video. Yeah, easy peasy. Get that out there and you'll have 10, 20, 30,000 hits on that. And it points to your regular long video. So that is the secret, really, to getting subscribers. They'll subscribe from the short. I had one short video, last year that had like 2.5 million views, and that brought in like 16,000 subscribers. So do your YouTube shorts. Don't scrimp on that one. And it's easy, because once you created your long video and your tool, just make a copy of that project and just start cutting out the stuff you don't want and leave all the good stuff for the minute and make that your one you send out as your short. You can get them out pretty fast. It's pretty cool. So that is my secret for, growing it. That's wild. I almost made a few short videos for Prospect. You should. Y'all post them, man. Post them, John. That is the key to really expanding your subscriber base. See, I want to build an underflow sluice out of wood and oh, that's cool. That's cool, Raw. I've got one of those plastic ones. I haven't used it that much. I like how they work, though. The water shoots in, so it got the 3 tubes in the middle, and it all sloshes around. And I'm not exactly sure how they work, but I've not had much luck with those, but I'm going to try those again. Maybe bring those down to North Carolina as well. Give them a shot and record them. Okay, we're moving on 1228. Let's see, I want to build influence. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so don't scrimp on doing those shorts. Do them. The thing is, you can't post a short and point to the long until the long's been published. But you can create both in advance. So, publish your long. The moment you publish it, then you can connect from the short to the long. And that short one's going to go out to a whole lot of different people, okay? Because remember, you don't have to really have subscribers for this stuff to go out, because YouTube looks at their algorithm and they send it out to the people that they think would be interested in it. And it's a whole different group of people with the shorts. So yeah, shorts are the way to go. And then you can take your shorts and put them on TikTok. I've just started doing that as well. They seem to get, yeah. John, do you have a North Carolina trip planned? I think I am. I think I'm going to go in a couple of weeks. Now that I'm retired, I can just say, well, I think I'm just going to go tomorrow. You don't need reservations. I haven't decided which day yet, though. Just get down there, set up the tent and the equipment, and just chill, man. Chill. All right, it is 12:30, guys. I appreciate you all definitely coming, asking the questions. I hope it's been helpful, especially with the short video thing. Probably do this again sometime. But first I want to do some more actual going out there and getting the gold videos, because that's the most fun. So I appreciate it, y'all. Y'all have a really terrific weekend, and thanks again for showing up. Y'all are the best.
Bye.